said Adah Sharma brutally trolled. And even I was thinking, I said, why am I trolled? She didn't wear burqas. I'm a very proud practitioner of my religion.
हेलो एंड नमस्कार, आप देख रहे हैं India.com जी मीडिया एंड दिस इज तान्या गर्ग। वेल, इन कॉन्वर्सेशन टुडे वी हैव विद अस अदा शर्मा, जिसकी हर अदा से पूरे भारत को बहुत प्यार है। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग अस टुडे।
Thank you so much for having me.
Congratulations on Sunflower 2. The series is getting a fantastic reception, and it was such a
Yes.
delight to watch you as Rosie.
Thank you. Did you watch it? You watched the whole show?
Yes, I am on my way. Like, it was my weekend watch, and I'm still watching it.
Okay, I'm waiting for you to watch it till the end, till the last episode. When you finish
Yes.
it, then you must tell me. There's a nice surprise if I'm not giving away too much. And I'm really happy that ऑडियंस मुझे अलग किरदारों में भी एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं बिकॉज आई थॉट लाइक केरला स्टोरी लॉट ऑफ पीपल सेड आप टाइप कास्ट हो गए अभी आप सिर्फ वो करोगे सीरियस रोल्स एंड केरला आई वाज दिस स्वीट इनोसेंट कॉलेज गर्ल एंड अभी सनफ्लावर में मैं स्वीट भी नहीं हूँ इनोसेंट नहीं हूँ एंड इट्स अ फिक्शनल स्पेस कॉमेडी करने का बहुत स्कोप है सो आई रियली एंजॉय डूइंग इट एंड आई एम हैप्पी द ऑडियंस इज एंजॉयिंग वाचिंग मी डूइंग इट
Yeah. So how relatable or how different was Rosie, like is Rosie to Adah?
I would hope very for everybody's sake because रोजी को मर्डर करना पसंद है वो बहुत झोल करती है एंड आई थिंक रोजी बहुत ही चार्मिंग है उतनी चार्मिंग तो मैं डेफिनेटली नहीं हूँ आई कांट गेट माई वे फॉर एवरीथिंग वो मैनेज करती है एंड द थिंग इज like there were two ways to play the character. One was to play it obviously like because Rosie एक बार डांसर है तो वो बहुत ही sensual है वो hot है वो बहुत attractive है. There's one way to play it like that and I like that Vikas Behal told me play it the other way. Like don't play it obvious. Up externally तो of course you're dressed up like her in those saris and all. But कभी-कभी ना when you're flirting with people also instead of being like हाँ मैं flirt कर रही हूँ आप नॉर्मली बोल दो कुछ चीजें और आप एकदम जेन्युइनली लाइक यू मीन इट कि आप झूठ भी बोलो पर आप इतना जेन्युइनली बोलो जैसे रोजी करती है तो that sometimes floors people more and maybe gets your way you can have your way more than otherwise so we chose that way and I'm glad the audience likes the whole Rosie's whole weird vibe.
But I'll have to disagree. I think Rosie, I think Adah is even more charming. So I would disagree.
Really? Yeah. No, I think if I had to get my way out of situations and all, I panic and stress and everything. If I can't even think if I have people's eyeballs in my house और अगर मुझे कोई सेफ में कुछ ज्वेलरी है मुझे चुराना है सब वो सब तो मुझसे होगा ही नहीं माय गॉड सोच के ही हार्ट अटैक हो जाएगा एंड हार्ट बीट तेज होने लगे बट रोजी डज थिंग्स वेरी कूलली आपको पता नहीं चलेगा वो सच कब बोल रही है वो झूठ कब बोल रही है वो एक्चुअली बहुत अच्छी क्वालिटी है हम सबको सीखनी चाहिए उससे वो क्वालिटी में भी काम आएगी.
I agree. So I also want to know कि I was watching one of your interviews recently and where you said कि इतने अच्छे roles तो इन लड़के के लिए ही लिखे जाते हैं लड़कों के लिए referring to Sunil Grover. So I want to know now that you have made a mark and you've done some real good content you've given to the industry, do you feel that roles are being written for you now?
I would hope so. The next few things that we are doing also, I would really hope so. I also feel like sometimes like when you've written a role and then you have a person who's coming to play it, तो कभी-कभी आप कुछ changes बनाते हो because then you feel कि ये person play कर रहा है ये character. Maybe she can do this and this also to it. तो I've noticed कि वो भी हो रहा है जो एक बहुत cool चीज है makers की भी. People feel like let's try making her do this and that. तो वो बहुत अच्छी बात है. I would like to hope so, and I hope that continues definitely.
We hope so too. So I want to know that with 1920 to Kerala Story and Basta, you've really come a long way. So kudos to you. How has the script choosing process evolved over the years for you?
It's actually the same. I only choose intuition. Say I don't have any other way to choose. But maybe after Kerala Story, I definitely have more choices to choose from. But I'm the same, like for me, it's the same, I'd rather not do than do something that doesn't make me happy. And वो अभी भी है. तो अगर मैं कोई स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ रही हूँ एंड आप बोल रहे हो कि नहीं नहीं ये करना चाहिए सेटअप, बट आई फील कि नहीं, आई डोंट फील लाइक, आई डोंट थिंक इट्स, आई एंजॉय डूइंग इट, आई डोंट थिंक मैं खुश हो जाऊंगी ये करके, एंड देन मैं नहीं करती हूँ। एंड
हाँ,
अगर कोई स्क्रिप्ट आए, जैसे केरला स्टोरी जब हम लोग बना रहे थे, इट वाज अ स्मॉल फेस्टिवल फिल्म। मेरे डायरेक्टर ने कहा कि हम लोग एक छोटी सी फेस्टिवल फिल्म बना रहे हैं, सो आई तो डिड द मूवी थिंकिंग दैट इट्स अ स्वीट स्मॉल फेस्टिवल फिल्म। मुझे नहीं पता था कि नाउ पीपल टॉक अबाउट दिस बिग मूवी केरला स्टोरी, तब नहीं था जब हम लोग बना रहे थे। इट वाज
राइट,
लाइक इट वाज अ स्मॉल फिल्म, बट आई डोंट नो, आप सेम एक्टिंग करते हो, आप सेम सब करते हो, वेदर इट्स whatever, whether it's an ad film, whether it's a music video, जो भी. So I still approach everything like that only. I see if I'll enjoy doing this, and if I won't, there's no other thing. Of course, I mean, you do think if this director and this producer are going to manage to get this movie to a theater or an OTT platform and all
right,
that is important. But yeah, majorly common thing is to this.
right. So talking about your diverse roles, you've done comedy, you've had this very serious role also. You've given us very real content also. What has been like the weirdest or the craziest thing you've done to get into the skin of the character?
I do different crazy things for each role. So
Um,
for me, there's no limit of how crazy it can go. Uh,
I asked this especially because I was reading your interview where you told how the cat scene happened in 1920. Oh God, how you had that. Like you told no that because you were a
yeah,
vegetarian. So it is in reference to
yes,
that.
yes.
So
No, so I am still a vegetarian. I was a vegetarian even
yeah,
when we shot it, and my director and all knew I was a vegetarian. However, for a character on screen, sometimes you do things that are out of your real self, and I was possessed, so they needed me to eat a cat. So I watched a lot of videos of wild animals eating, because he said I don't want to make it look like जब humans जानवरों को खाते हैं तो I think आप fork और spoon सब use करते हो. I don't know, I get chills thinking, but I think that's how people eat non-vegetarian food. But he wanted it to be very like an animal,
yeah,
so I watched a lot of videos of, and I'm not a fan of watching animals being torn up and eaten. So I watched crocodiles, I watched lions, and I watched a lot of like cheetahs and all when they eat their prey. Also, I watch when they're in the middle of eating it and someone calls out to them, then they don't really like it. No, they get a little distracted, then their eyes go a little crazy. So I tried to imbibe all of that. बट आई थिंक वही, अगर आप एक एक्टर हो तो आप वेट करते हो कि आप ये सब चीजें कर सकते हो कैरेक्टर के लिए, लीगली अलाउड है in your research process. So, I go to every length possible. It should look real. At the end of the day, it should look so real that people should think कि ये
yeah,
हो रहा है.
हाँ,
Even if it's a fictional story, even if it's a real story. I mean, 1920 was fiction, right? I'm not, copied some actual person and tried to bring their life. But I watched some possessed videos of people, how they talk when they're possessed. And, हाँ, तो वैसे बहुत कुछ चीजें.
right. I because you mentioned ki you have to do certain kind of things to get into the skin of the character and be processed. I want to know ki what is the most exhausting part of being an actor?
Maybe red carpet appearance.
Really?
For me, yeah, because I get a little overwhelmed when there's like a lot of people and then you have to plan. I enjoy doing it. Now, I don't want this to come out like a cribbing story, like I don't
Right.
like red. Not like that. I enjoy doing it. But if I have to choose, for me, the most difficult would be that. But of course, sometimes you do those things also and these things also. For a character, I find nothing exhausting. Like I said, I'll go to any length, anything, and everything seems doable. But red carpets, no, I get a little because you meet, like, there are a lot of people. You have to figure what you're wearing. You have to do fittings of it. Then you have
Right.
to try to see, because you're being clicked from all angles. So you have to
Yeah.
see ki back sab sahi hai, tabhi, you know the front is all okay, you're not going to uh, trip over it, which is, but at the end of the day, when I go over there, I decide कि अगर जा रहे हैं तो enjoy करके वापस आएंगे. But I think that's the most difficult thing for me as an actor. I find appearance, yeah, red carpets I find the most difficult. And maybe since I'm not from the industry, getting a role would be the most difficult thing. That's why I said when I get a role, I'm so happy that I've got something that's so nice. So nothing seems so difficult. The how
Right.
to get is the tough part. Like, how is one supposed to get a good role? How is one supposed to get a movie that is going to release? How is someone going to get considered for a part that you want to do where you can explore your whole potential? So I think those are the tough things.
Right. So now I have to ask you this, that, you did Kerala Story and you made your way into people's heart. There was Ada making waves left and right. And then you amazed everyone by singing Shiv Tandav. So, basically you can do everything right and people will still find a way to, talk about you in a very different space. Right. So I want to know that, say something like you attended Baba Siddique's iftar party, and sometimes you don't want to choose, make a decision as an actor. You just want to go live as a human and just listen to your heart, right? So do you believe that sometimes making a decision that way can be problematic? You are easily scrutinized, especially because you're an actor.
Of course, you are scrutinized because you're an actor, and that's how it should be. But I've always, that's how it should be. As in, I mean, if you're open to people scrutinizing you when you want them to, like if I'm going on a red carpet, like I said, and I've taken trouble and gotten ready or something, I want people to see what I've worn. I wear it because I like it, but I do want, like, why are we all doing this publicly? I want people to go watch my movies. I want them to scrutinize my performance. When people say good things about my performance in Kerala Story or 1920 or Commando, when they say we loved your action in Commando, I feel so happy and so validated. And then they say, this scene, that scene. So
Yeah.
I guess we should be open to scrutiny of all ways. But I've taken every decision and I live how I am in person only. And if I'm reciting the Shaitandav or, sharing, say, a visit that I've done with my grandmom to a temple or something, that is something I'm doing in real life anyway. That is what
Yeah.
I do every single day in real life anyway. And I think if you, reciting the Shivatandav is something that you can't learn on an overnight thing. It is a thing that you have to be doing for years and then maybe you can do it without fumbling. So that's something I anyway do. So I anyway share. Also, I was not sure why I got trolled. I don't know because I read, my granny sent me this first. And she's, since you were speaking about red carpets, she's the one who now decides what I wear because once she was there in my house during promotions and she was like, what are you all wasting time doing? So I said, choosing clothes. And I'm speaking another language in my next movie. So she said, you should be concentrating on that language. Why are you choosing clothes? So I said, no, no, this also. She said, no, you're wasting time. I will choose the clothes. So I ended up wearing her saris 2, 3 times for some events. And so anyway, so this event, she had chosen what I was going to wear. She knew I was going. So she said, I mean, my stylist was there. My stylist got like 3 options of clothes. And my granny said she should wear this. This is nice. And so I wore what she said. So she sent me a night and she said, they are saying trolled. Why? Okay. And I did read the headline. It said Adah Sharma brutally trolled. And even I was thinking, I said, why am I trolled? But the reason why I was trolled, I didn't understand. Like, because some comments said because she didn't wear burqa, some comments said because, what was the reason? Or some comments said because I ate biryani, but I didn't eat anything. I don't eat biryani either. So
And
I
also,
got told
how
for
did they
eating it
know?
or not.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know the exact reason why they said I got trolled, because I didn't think it was getting trolled. How is it getting trolled? And, and
Exactly.
I'm somebody, and that's my religion tells me that I have to be loving to one and all. And I'm a very proud practitioner of my religion, but that doesn't mean I have to show someone else's religion down. Neither does it mean that I have to show my religion down. So I'm somebody who, I think if you're so confident in what your faith is, there's no need to put someone else's faith down or your own, which for me extends to all species as well. If I meet a dog on the road, I will treat that dog on the road exactly like how I will treat, say, if you have a dog that is some fancy breed dog in your house. For me, I will treat the dogs exactly the same. My parents have brought me up to tell me that an elephant's life is as important as yours. So if I'm sitting and I'm with an elephant, I respect that elephant as much as I would another human being, as much as I would a horse, again, as much as I would any living being. That's how I've been taught to live, and I will continue doing that because I have no, like, for me, that's the only way to live. I don't know any other way, and I don't plan to change that.
And I think that's absolutely lovely. And what a beautiful conversation. I don't think I've smiled that much in an interview. What honest
Oh,
conversation.
thank you so much. How sweet. Thank you. Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you
That's
so
really
much for this honest conversation.